This is my earth, and I live in it. It's 1/3 dirt and 2/3 water, and it rotates and revolves through space at rather an impressive pace, and never even messes up my hair. And here's the really weird thing: the force created by its spin is the force that stops the chaos flooding in. This is my earth, and it's fine. It's where I spend the vast majority of my time. It's not perfect, but it's mine. It's not perfect. This is my country, and I live in it. It's pretty big and nice to walk on, and the bloke who runs my country has built a demagoguery and taught us to be fearful and boring. And the weirdest thing is that he is conservative of politics, but really rather radical of eyebrows. This is my country, and it's fine. It's where I spend the vast majority of my time. It's not perfect, but it's mine. It's not perfect. This is my house, and I live in it. It's made of cracks and photographs. We rented off a guy who bought it from a guy who bought it from a guy whose granddad left it to him. And the weirdest thing is that this house has locks to keep the baddies out, but they're mostly used to lock ourselves in. This is my house, and it's fine. It's where I spend the vast majority of my time. It's not perfect, but it's mine. It's not perfect. This is my body, and I live in it. It's 31 and 6 months old. It's changed a lot since it was new. It's done things it wasn't built to do. I often try to fill it up with wine. And the weirdest thing about it is I spend so much time hating it, but it never says a bad word about me. This is my body, and it's fine. It's where I spend the vast majority of my time. It's not perfect, but it's mine. It's not perfect. This is my brain, and I live in it. It's made of love and bad song lyrics. It's tucked away behind my eyes, where all my screwed up thoughts can hide. 'Cause God forbid I hurt somebody. And the weirdest thing about a mind is that every answer that you'll find is the basis of a brand new cliche. This is my brain, and it's fine. It's where I spend the vast majority of my time. It's not perfect, but it's mine. It's not perfect. I'm not quite sure I've worked out how to work it. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. I really like Christmas. It's sentimental, I know, but I just really like it. I am hardly religious. I'd rather break bread with Dawkins than Desmond Tutu, to be honest. And yes, I have all of the usual objections to consumerism, to the commercialization of an ancient religion, to the westernization of a dead Palestinian press ganged into selling PlayStations and beer. But I still really like it. I'm looking forward to Christmas, though I'm not expecting a visit from Jesus. I'll be seeing my dad, my brother and sisters, my gran and my mom. They'll be drinking white wine in the sun. I'll be seeing my dad, my brother and sisters, my gran and my mom. They'll be drinking white wine in the sun. I don't go in for ancient wisdom. I don't believe just 'cause ideas are tenacious it means that they're worthy. And I get freaked out by churches. Some of the hymns that they sing have nice chords, but the lyrics are dodgy. And yes, I have all of the usual objections to the miseducation of children who in tax-exempt institutions are taught to externalize blame and to feel ashamed and to judge things as plain right and wrong. But I quite like the songs. I'm not expecting big presents. The old combination of socks, jocks, and chocolates is just fine by me. 'Cause I'll be seeing my dad, my brother and sisters, my gran and my mom. They'll be drinking white wine in the sun. I'll be seeing my dad, my brother and sisters, my gran and my mom. They'll be drinking white wine in the sun, and you, my baby girl, my jet-lagged infant daughter, you'll be handed round the room like a puppy at a primary school, and you won't understand, but you will learn someday that wherever you are and whatever you face, these are the people who'll make you feel safe in this world, my sweet blue-eyed girl. And if my baby girl, when you're 21 or 31 and Christmas comes around, and you find yourself 9,000 miles from home, you'll know whatever comes, your brothers and sisters and me and your mom will be waiting for you in the sun whenever you come. Your brothers and sisters, your aunts and your uncles, your grandparents, cousins, and me and your mom will be waiting for you in the sun, drinking white wine in the sun. Darling, when Christmas comes, we'll be waiting for you in the sun, waiting for you in the sun, drinking white wine in the sun, waiting for you, waiting. I really like Christmas. It's sentimental, I know. He doesn't have a problem with drugs, he just doesn't get them. He's fine that his mates have tattoos, but he thinks they'll regret them. He likes going to pubs, but he hates it when the music's too loud. He tends not to go to rock concerts, cause he can't stand the crowds. But all he's ever wanted to be is a rock star on Rage or MTV. But he knows that it's not all that likely. He just turned 30, he knows that he will always be a rock and roll nerd. He'll keep writing songs the world will never hear, and though they won't be heard, he'll just keep writing. Oh yeah, but you see the problem is, he always dreamt of being a star, but he learned piano instead of guitar, which in his high school didn't get him very far. So while the other kids were learning Stairway, he was the piano to their forte. But he was convinced one day he'd wear his tinted glasses and be an icon for the disenfranchised masses, and grow his hair long and rebel against the state. But just for now that'd have to wait, 'cause he's running late for his morning classes, and he will always be a rock and roll nerd. He'll keep playing gigs that no one knows about, and though it sounds absurd, he'll just keep praying. Oh yeah, but you see the problem is there's not much depth in what he's singing. He's a victim of his upper middle class upbringing, so he can't write about the hood or bling bling. So he sits and imagines his girlfriend is dead, to try and evoke some angst in his middle class head. But the woman's always fine at 9:30 when she goes to bed, and he's not spent a single night in prison. He has no issues with nutrition, he has no drinking problem and no drug addiction, unless you count the drugs they put in chicken. And marijuana always tends to make him cough. He doesn't look good with his t-shirt off, and when he tries to act tough, you can tell he's trickin'. While his mates go on dates, popping pills and having fun, he goes home and showers and gets a good 8 hours. He gets his thrills from his morning run, while his mates all stay out late, while taking speed and drinking cans of Jim Beam. He stays home and cooks, curls up with a book and a girl he's known since he was 17. Because he's never really been part of the scene, given Guns N' Roses, he'll take Queen. He's more into Beatles than the Stones, he's more Stevie Wonder than Ramone, and he's never owned a panel van. He never shot a Pantera fan. He doesn't know the difference between metal and thrash. He couldn't tell you nothing about Axl and Slash. He likes Ben Folds and the Jackson 5. He knows all the words to staying alive, and now he wants to be all grungy and cool. He spent 11 years at a private school, so it don't matter how he tries, he cannot hide behind his rock and roll eyes. 'Cause you've either got it or you don't, or yeah, you'll either rock it or you won't. Because you've either got it or you don't, or yeah, you'll either rock it or you won't. He knows that his music lacks depth, but it just can't be helped. He has nothing interesting to say, so he writes about himself. But he doesn't want to seem self-obsessed, so he writes in third person, in an attempt to seem more rock and roll, but he suspects it's not working. Deep in his heart he knows, and deep in his heart he knows he will never be Bono or Bowie. And even if he were quite pretty with small pants like Kylie, he knows that he will always be a rock and roll nerd. He'll keep writing songs the world will never hear, and though they won't be heard, he'll just keep writing. Oh yeah, you might not like him, but he don't care, 'cause he wants to rock, and he will never be deterred. But he'll always be a messed up little try-hard wannabe rock and roll nerd, rock and roll nerd. Ow! I love cheese, but it's plain to see that cheese doesn't love me. I am such a fool in love, I just cannot get enough. But it's an unrequited love, I can feel it in my guts. I spend my nights tossing and turning, my heart is a-burning, my stomach is churning, my nightmares are turning upon me and shaming to drive me insane, or the pain of proving on my brain, and I wake up with sweat on my brow. I know I gotta give it up and I gotta do it now, but instead in the morning when my wife is gone, I find myself back on cheeseroll.com. And I know that it's wrong, but I'm soon navigating to the real mature stuff. Funky old ladies feeding my fetish for fettered old feta. Photos of Parisian on beds of bruschetta. The worse they smell, the more I sweat. The faster the speed, my mouth gets wet. Oh God, oh God. Except perhaps last night's half wheel of double cream brie, trying to replace my fondues with fondants, trying to develop strength of will, but I know that I won't. I have found love is never fair. We should be such a marvelous pair, but each time I bring her home she goes, renders me comatose, leaves me self-loathing, slumped on my chair. I cannot bear it anymore. Damn you, mon amour. Every time I lead you through the door, I end up curled up on the floor. Oh God, my poor heart is too sore, so no more. But before I give you up, I just need one more tiny taste. To leave you like this would be a criminal waste. Just one more tiny taste, darling, please. Just one more tiny sliver of